Good morning, I am Cecil in Blues. Thank you for joining me for this Wildstar guide. Today we are collecting the journal entries in the cross-faction zone of Farside. This guide is recorded from a Dominion perspective, but all journals are available to both factions in this zone. There are 16 journal entries here. I cover their locations, but not their contents. I have organized this guide in the order you will likely encounter the entries as you progress through the zone. Check the video description for a list of timecode links in the order they appear in your datacron. Before picking up any journals as a Dominion player, stop by the Northern Primal Energy Lab, northeast of the indication on the map, and you will be able to find your museum item, the Primal Matrix Stabilizer. Once you've picked that up, we can go ahead and head to our first journal, which is located in the Tanglevine Village. It is north of the river. It is right next to the ramp that leads up to the Dominion camp here. And we are picking up I Was a Teenage Skeech. Our next guide here in Tanglevine Village is on a rock outcropping. It is not far up from the water. It is labeled 100 Hues of Jade, and you will find it sitting on a box next to a sleeping bag. Next, if you follow one of the river tributaries off the side of the map to the northwest, there's a quest mob up here, the Big Graw, and you can pick up this journal entry, Big Graw and Me. Our final journal entry in Tanglevine Village is actually in the Exile camp at Cascade Cliffs. You can access this area one of two ways. You can either go straight up the ramp and go through the front door trying to avoid the guards, or if you come just northwest inside the Skeech village, there's like a high ramp area, and you can jump across to the backside of their camp. As long as you don't get too close to anybody with a skull over your head, no one else will attack you, if you're Dominion. If you're Exile, obviously, this is easy peasy. So grab it, and leave the way you came. Now you have everything from Biodome 3, let's head to Biodome 4. Our first stop is once again in an Exile camp. This is the Shady Ledge. In order to access this area, there is a teleporter just northwest there, right where I'm pointing. That'll teleport you up just like the teleporter over in the Dominion area. Sneak around the edges, don't get next to anyone that has a skull over their head, and jump over this wall. Grab the journal entry. This one is called Terraformer Analysis. While you're up here, probably a good idea to actually keep running through the teleporter in the back that leads into the Alpha Complex. This is the Exile Sanctuary. It's identical to the Dominion Sanctuary. There's a hallway with Primal Life, and there's a hallway with Primal Fire. At the doorway leading into the center area, there are guards. You are probably going to get murdered. You can then res out of the way, and you are able to then go in there, grab this, if you're very careful. That entry, by the way, if you can tell if you're missing it, is Dorian Walker's log, the Alpha Complex. And now we are headed back to the Crystalline Wastes. You can die to get your way out of there, or you can just hearth, whatever works for you. Crystalline Wastes in the southern section of this map is where the Exiles quest in Biodome 4. This is on the east, just south of the road, behind a box. Threat Assessment, Flamewalker, Pell. Next, east of there, there's an Exile camp in between, so you have to kind of go around the rocks if you're a Dominion player. Just inside Flamewalker Hold, again south of the road, you will find Interacting with the Caretaker, a beginner's FAQ. From there, we are basically on the due east mark on this map. There is a very high place. I wouldn't call this a jumping puzzle, but there is a lot of jumping involved. Get up to the top next to this brazier, and you will find Explorer Wanderbeck's last log. From there, you can head to the center of the zone, climb all the way to the top of the pillar, And next to the Flamewalker High Priest, you will find the Flamewalker High Priest Diaries. This is the last journal entry you will find in Biodome 4. So once you have collected it, you can head out to the surface. Starting on the surface, I think we'll once again go to the Exile camp. This is touchdown site Bravo. And once again, just avoid people with giant skulls over their heads, and you should not get murdered. Let's bring up the map here. This is where their camp is located, in case, as a Dominion player, you were unfamiliar. Our first journal entry is inside the shipping crate. You got to get line of sight on it. And this one is Medical Inventory Experimental. From here, you can just run right into the center area. Again, just dodge those people with skulls over those heads. Those are the guards, and they will shoot you for somewhere in the neighborhood of 40,000 damage, which I couldn't survive. Anyway, central area, on these boxes, you will find Ekose Cargo Manifest. Once you have picked it up, you can leave this area. It's pretty easy both to get in here and get out thanks to the low gravity on the moon. You can pretty much just jump straight up these walls. Let's head out into Fatalis Fields. We are right near the Dust Runner crash site. This is the area that has a lot of Loftite crystals floating around. We are picking up a journal entry labeled Deployment Orders Operation Moonshot. After that, you can go inside the wreckage. This may require quest progress to get this door to function. But if you click on the door inside the Dust Runner crash site, it will take you into the Dust Runner main hold, and that is where you will find Owner's Manual Longhaul-Class-Freighter. After leaving this area, you can head southwest, and you will find a section of the map labeled Dust Runner Aft Compartment. And you are looking for a journal entry labeled Care and Feeding of Allegedly Domesticated Hookfoots. Our last journal entry that you will find in Farside is located in Crescent Heights. This is northwest. This is the Ithacan questing area, and it is on a science table right where I am located on the map. There are 3 tiers to their encampment. This is the middle tier. Before leaving the moon, though, you will want to head into the derelict silo E23. You access this by, there is a section of the map in the northeast of the Fatalis Fields, leads up and around to a teleporter that takes you inside this location. Once inside, you will be able to find the secret stash east by southeast on the map. It's on the inner ring. It's in this darkened area. I'm panning around a little bit to give you a little bit of an idea of the surroundings. Best to use my map positioning to find this. Because it's so dark, it's hard to see what's going on.
Granted.
Finally, if you are an Exile player, there is one more thing here for you in the derelict silo. It is in the northeast on the inner ring. And it is a cryogenically frozen Squirg. This is your museum item you will need to take back to Dorian Walker. And I think that is everything that you will be able to find in this zone. So, that concludes this guide. Thank you for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, please show your support by hitting the like button. If you are looking for more Wildstar content, you can subscribe to the channel. That way you will be notified when new videos are uploaded. You can also follow me on Twitter @itsposts, where in addition to providing video updates, I occasionally express opinions. Thank you again, and I hope you have a great day. We'll wrap this up by watching me go through the teleporter maze at the end of the Ithacan area. This is a challenge, and it's a lot easier than drawing a map and showing it to you.
Silver level awarded.